Hello, my friends. It's been a while, and I'm not going to promise that this is a start to regular video posting for me again. But not that my posting was ever very regular, but I had to make a video about this guy. This is a very recently released Lego set, set 10302, Transformers Optimus Prime. This guy, I was an 80s kid. This guy was one of the first Transformers I got as a kid. I always loved him. Always loved the toy. I loved the box it came in. I loved the I loved the little booklet it came with. I loved everything about the Transformers, and I especially loved Optimus Prime. So when this was announced that they were making a big Lego model of Optimus Prime and that he could convert from robot to truck without having to disassemble it, I was like, I absolutely have to have that. So here it is. The box is really cool too. I'll swing it around here so you can see all the different sides. There he is on the side. I love the back here. They show the model converting, and they show you all of the little accessories that it comes with. Um, he's got his gun, his energon axe, and energon cube. This front part of the truck here swaps out. There's two different tiles you can put there. One of them is meant to be like the robot version of the tile, and I guess it's supposed to be like glowing with energon or something. I'm not sure. And then they've got the Nexus here, and they also have this jetpack that goes on his back, and they've got little diagrams here. What else we got? There we go. And I wanted to show too the booklet because I really love the booklet. Um, they always go all out for these sort of idea sets that are based on things. I love this. This reminds me again of the little booklets that would come with the Transformers when you bought them. It's got that big logo on it. Inside, it's got the one of the comic books inside the cover of the comic book. There's all kinds of trivia about the Transformers and about this set in particular. They've got Optimus Prime, all his stats here. If you remember the old Transformers, and probably the new ones too, come with little like stat cards that tell you, like in this case, this, the function of this guy is commander. It tells you his strength, intelligence, speed, endurance, rank, carriage, firepower, skill. I always thought those were fun. And then we've got a little bit from the design team here and like why this was important to the designer, which is cool to see, cool to read. The instructions are great as usual. And throughout, like I said, there are every once in a while there'll be a little bit of trivia scattered through this book, which is always fun to come across. Like for instance, right here, there's a little bit here about the Energon axe and what episode of the show it was in. And at the end here, oh, I love this page too, because this again reminds me very much of the instruction booklets that the Transformers would come with. I love that they got the grid background with the gradient from red to black here. It looks great. And in the back, the instructions are to build him as a robot, and then they show you in the back the instructions for how to transform him into the truck. I will try to do that live on video here. That's probably what I'll show you next. Yeah, so let's take a look at the actual thing. Here he is. This is Optimus Prime. I have him in truck mode here. And you'll see they put a little space here in the back to you can just slide his gun right in here, so you can, and this is the handle of the gun that flips back out. But you can do this, and then it like lodges in there, so you can drive around with the gun in there. And you can see here, I'll open this up. This opens up just like the original toy, transforms just like the original toy. And inside here you can stick the Nexus in here, or I forget exactly what this thing is called, actually, I have to admit. And this is clever because it doesn't really like snap in here really tight, because then it would be really hard to get it back out. It just kind of sits in there, and it works great. So let me see if I can transform this while we're on video here. So see if I can remember how this works. Let's put the gun aside. Oh, and there, he fell apart already. Yeah, we're gonna fix that. We'll fix that. Let's do the so you can swivel these guys. These are just on here on little, these are like the sides here, and his feet flip out like this, and the legs lock together. You see they have these little latches so that they stick together, and it's got a lot of different areas where it swivels, and like you can move him around a lot, which is really cool. He's very poseable. Another thing they point out in the model that's different from the toy is that the toy, his fists, you had to take them off to transform him, and you could store them inside the cab here. But this guy, you can leave the hands on. You can just fold them up here, and they slide right behind, which is really cool. But let's get this guy out here. His arms flip out. His hands come out, and the hands are great. Like, he's got these, you can see the sort of fingers defined here, and the flexible thumb, and this all swivels, and this swivels, and this swivels. Like, everything can like turn and swivel around. And they've got this guy that hangs down when he's a truck, and you can fold it back when he's a robot. So let's see if we can get this to work. Get his other arm out. Okay. And then this is his waist here, actually swivels around. So let's swivel that around and put it back on here correctly. Let's see. How does this guy go on here? It just kind of sits on there, I think. Oh, no, here we go. It has to go like this, right? Why am I having trouble with this? I'm not sure. Maybe I've got this swiveled. I've got this swiveled wrong. That's the problem. This has to go up like this. And then this guy can sit on here. Like this. Here we go. Now we've got it. This has got to go on here properly. Somehow. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna... There. Everything's gonna connect up. There we go. Okay, so got that, and then we can turn this guy down and swivel this like this, and these all bend, which I think is really cool. So you can get like a different, it's got a really cool look to it. But anyway, let's get his head up here. This flips up, swivels around, and there he is. That's our man. We'll put his arm down. And you can swivel his hands like this. There we go, Mr. Optimus Prime. And let me show you some of his accessories too. Let me fix this. This doesn't look right. I feel like there's something wrong here. There we go. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, and then we can, in robot mode, you can take this guy off and swap it out with this guy. There we go. And here's the jetpack. The jetpack is pretty cool looking. I found the assembly of this kind of fascinating. They will often now include like different colored pieces, and like for instance in the center of this, there's a little gray circular piece that is completely invisible once the thing is actually built. So I was fascinated by that, and like, why did they include that when you don't even see it? Like, why use a circular gray piece instead of just a flat square like black or gray piece? I don't know why. I think maybe to give you like something to keep it apart from the other pieces while you're building it, to make it building it easier, or maybe even to give it like a feeling of there being like a battery or like a motor inside of this thing. I don't know, while you're building it, but it's cool. So you can see how it goes on here in the back. it's got these little claw pieces, and it's got the things they attach to here, and you just slide this on the back of him, and then you can push it forward until you hear it click, and then he's wearing his jetpack, and he can fly around. And then his other accessories, I really like this because this looks very much like the blaster that he came with as a toy. It's really big. The whole thing is surprisingly big. Like, this is much bigger than the actual Transformer toy was, which is really cool. So for the gun, if you turn his arm this way and we flip it up, we can take this gun, and it's not so much, you can fold his fingers around it, so it looks like he's really holding it with his hand, but the best way to get it on there is, you'll see there's a couple of studs here behind this arrow, and you can just lock it right onto his arm like that. And there we go. Now he's got his gun. Looks pretty sweet. And then he also comes with an Energon cube, which is very simple to build. Obviously, just some blocks that fit together, but it's cool. Energon was always the sort of MacGuffin they were always fighting over in the cartoon, and to a lesser extent in the movies. So that's fun. He also comes with this little plaque. It's just a sticker on on this flat piece of Lego, but it's got his descriptor and stats here, which I was saying before, I always liked that from the original toy, that they came with that. And then he also has this Energon axe. Now, I haven't tried this yet, but the way this works is you actually take his hand off and swivel things around, and then this replaces his hand. So let's see if we can figure that out. So we take the gun away, and this comes off. There we go. It pops right off. You see their little circular piece, and this guy here. Put this down, and then I believe we actually spin this down, right? Let me see. What do we got here? How's this gonna work? No. Oh, I see. Okay. And then inside here, there's a hole in the shape of a cross that this is gonna slide into. So there we go. Now he's got his axe on his arm. Just hack at you. So there you go. There is Optimus Prime, the Transformer. Really great set. I had so much fun building this. Just great to build another Lego set. I love building Legos. Just seeing it come together is so much fun. And then you end up with this fantastic toy. It's really just such great attention to detail. It really has so many little features that remind you of the toy, and that also, look like a real truck when he's turned into the truck. It's great. Anyway, there you go. That is set 10302 Lego Optimus Prime.